nhớ trong giấy trong nhật gì cái tên tràn hôm nay giờ lui y liền đu nô tin nâng gạo plau xong ốp hành nâng gạo của giờ bỏ đi va bỏ tàu tiền senator phù hợp để tôi làm tôi senator nhớ đó họ sang Minnesota nó tàu ốp thường là gì xong đó xong nó là nếu cứ chừng xã thì nó là kia thường thì bên gì rồi lúc xong ốp hành nâng gạo đó giờ lên tới nút nó giờ nút nó họ khi có vào này giờ lọ qua camping rồi nút nó cũng cho bên một sai hết tiệt nút nó này nâng tôi chống bộ lý trả thiên nút nó này senator phù hợp này hai lúc lý trả khéo cho làm một bên sừng hết tiệt nếu lúc họ pia 我呢，大家了，去我天天背呢，要理解。天知道的那是古么叫那住没来讲，古多中度都好拿了，古多还路抽热，古叫俾冇晒，几多还路抽热都有呢，来还理解啲，做可能知了，东咁咪因為可能可能多知道，但是古多喺條路多抽成得逢去啲人講。
Go Foung go! All right, guys, it's my honor to bring you the man of the hour. Up for re-election. Please, thank you also for coming to support him. He's got a story to tell. So if I were to do a trailer for Senator Foung, I would say, coming soon to a theater near you. The refugee, the little boy from the mountaintops. Turn American, turn senator, turn organizer. You're next. Again, re-elected State Senator of District 67. Senator Foung, everybody. Let's go make some noise!
Thank you. I love the honor social but it's so amazing, and I want to thank my volunteers for putting this together. Your hard work throughout the night. Some of you don't get to sleep, so I really appreciate it. I thought I should recognize that first before I forget, because lots of times the most important people in your life and also in your work, we forgot about them. And tonight, actually, you hardly see her, and a lot of Hmong people even put on social media, where's Senator Foung Hawj's wife? It's right here, Anna. Thank you everybody for being here. I'm so excited to see all of you, and with that, and Tutor did a wonderful job, so I just ran up to the stage and forgot my speech. So I have to go, and now I have to reorganize my speech here. If I can have all the senators, as many senators up here as possible, that'd be wonderful too. And I tend to read my speech more than just deliver it more fluid outside, because I don't want to skip any words or not saying the right thing, so but I want to thank all of you. Welcome my fellow Eastsiders and supporters, and Nyajong and Mahasane and Oromo, Niyake and Karen, and Namaste, Dr. Dash. Dr. Dash is still here. Dr. Dash, all right. Namaste. And there are many other languages too, but if I keep on going to say all the hello in all the language, we're going to spend here all night. But thank you so much for being here on my re-election campaign kickoff. Your presence means a lot to me and my family. And as you know that I love our state of Minnesota. And I take great pride living in St. Paul, our capital city. But I'm even prouder to represent the East Side St. Paul as your state senator. I've served 7 years now. I am wiser with experience. But let me assure you that my energy and enthusiasm for the job is still at the same level as day one. I campaigned down in 2012, and I saw Ali here. I said, I know your age, because as long as the length of time I serve in office, then there's the length of time that I know your age, because that's when you were a baby, probably just a few months old, so. But I campaigned then in 2012 to serve because our state was facing a large budget deficit. We faced housing foreclosures. We faced budget cuts to our public school. And I want to uplift the quality of life for struggling families, our low-income and middle-class workers. as well as improving the quality of our environment. So history shows that we turned our state around since 2013, from deficit to surplus, restore our school funding, and make excellent progress with Democrats, the DFL in the majority in both Senate and the House, and with a Democrat governor. That's why, and that's how. The political landscape changed in my second term. As most of you senses, progress was slow. It became more difficult for our divided government. And despite of that fact, this quieter senator, the man who stands in front of you here, has been successful working across the aisle and brought resources to East Side St. Paul for the arts, culture, economic development, and capital investment. That's why you see a fashionable water sprinkler at Lake Phelan Beachside where kids can play. That's why you see some of the improvement at the Humanities Center facility. And that's why you see vibrant business development on 7th Street from Metro State all the way to Johnson Parkway, including the Hmong Village parking lot expansion. This is just to name a few. On the broader issue, we increase education funding and preserve healthcare affordability for millions of Minnesotans, and maintain equity grants to support our minority communities. Many organizations like Smiling Museum, Clues, and Latino organization in the east side here, Hmong Chamber of Commerce are among the recipients. Without our divided government, we could have done more for the people of Minnesota. We could have done more to improve our infrastructure, for our school, for our road and bridges. We could have done more for housing and homelessness, and assure even more affordability in our healthcare and our prescription drugs. So, for the next session, I plan to join a fight. I plan to join a fight to reduce insulin prices throughout Minnesota. And no one should have to lose their life because they can't afford their medication. Because this is America. I will continue to fight for equity and work on policy to support small businesses and opportunity for our youth. I will continue to work on legislation that always put community first in public safety. And will continue to fight against criminalized poverty. Community first means having resident engagement programs and more minority peace officers to reflect our community. And on the healthcare front, I will be tougher now. I will be tougher now on DHS, the health department. I will be tougher on insurance providers and managed care providers so they don't deny our small minority-owned healthcare providers, especially those who are owned by new Americans. And a greater consideration must be given to those providers that serve people in marginalized communities. As a longtime conservation advocates, you can count on me to seek solutions for climate change and protect our environment. For 7 years as your state senator of District 67, all of you would agree that I've been productive on my job for Minnesota and for East Side St. Paul. Yeah. I have gained seniority now in my caucus with experience. As I said earlier, my energy for this job and also for the campaign is stronger than ever. Stronger than ever. So I want to thank Governor Walz. We'll see a video of him. He can be here tonight, later. I want to thank Senator Smith, Senator Klobuchar, Congresswoman Betty McCollum. Thank you. And Attorney General Keith Ellison, our State Auditor Blaha, our State Secretary of State Simon, and my colleague in the House and the Senate, and many mayors who supported me, and City Council member Susan Pa here. And also I want to say that even a council member from Appleton, Wisconsin are here to support me. Mayo Ta, are you here tonight? All right, so thank you for coming all the way there to support me. And commissioners as well. But you, the people, are my foundation. And working with you, the people, make Minnesota a better place. I thank each and every one of you, all the East Side and beyond, for your generous support and commitment to my campaign. Commitment to send me back to the Minnesota State Senate in 2020. So I call on all of you, Ali, you too, one more time to help me run a smooth and successful campaign, not only for my race in Senate District 7, but to help turn the Senate back to DFL majority. DFL majority. Are we together? Are we together? I haven't heard those of you guys in the back. Are we together? All right, louder. Are we together? All right, so I thank you. I look forward for your support. I look forward to see many of you on February 25th at Harding High School to be my delegate, all right? And then later on, down the road, November 3rd for the vote. So thank you very much. I love you all, and God bless you. And thank you. And pardon me, a word from Nelson Mandela said, if you talk to a person in a language that he understands, that will go to his head. But if you talk in that person's own language, then it will go to his heart. So being that I'm a Hmong descent, pardon me, I'd like to have this moment to touch people of my heritage. So I will be speaking Hmong, just briefly. 我长大那时候就没到采苦弄喏，到补警告。我到后来，我细声到乡路上了，没怎样做考就补，没怎老唱歌。 chỉ đang là mấy chuyện lúc cũng bảo lên lúc cài để chịu cút tàu. Bây giờ một trong chỉ là chỉ là cho nên nó chuyện cho sai trang nó chuyện house, cho lo city council, bên một trong chỉ từ cú lúc campaign là chỉ một trong chỉ là ha, cái cú tôi hình sự tôi có chỉ chỗ gì, cái cú chỉ nó cam mấy trang gì, ha cú chỉ chọn mấy gì. Thằng đó, bữa sáng của mình cho mình nhớ chỉ sao phong cang cho lúc đấy lúc chờ nó, của mình cho mình tụi mình nhớ một cái cảnh đó một cái chân chế, chỉ tăng lên đó, bữa chỉ bút cổ, cái bộ trâu nó trâu mình cho làm cho lộ, bữa chỉ bút cổ cái bộ trâu nó trâu cho mình cho charter school, bữa chỉ bút cái bộ trâu của nó trâu cho mình cho chế cái tu, cho lầu là sai cho lầu, bữa chỉ bút cái bộ trâu cho mìnhจะช่างตัวช่างคือโอเอ็นเชนเราหัวบ้านมุจีเขาเด้อมุจีปุ๊กเก็บปวดโจmìnhจะโกหกไอ้ทอมมันจะซาโจหูฮะเวียนชาเก็บมาไม่โจสุดเลยแต่สิ่งที่สุดท้ายต่ออย่างปั้งจะตอนนี้แต่อีปั้งต่อไม่ตัวอย่างแต่เป็นหนูเซนเตอร์กูอยากให้เป็นหนูยองกูต่อ公ต่อเบยอง但是估计容易，就嚟被考，就被补上很招式。原来估3到3，那就弄喏，估才咋子下的，估早上么估路内， 非做必成熟啦。我估你非做必成熟啦，我哋哋喏喏依場子，誒頭個說得都班管子做晒啲啤。我撞到他，我有住都聽個用，我住都聽個用，北蒙有道路公民有經驗，我撞到他們這些消防公務準備呢，用下面做。All right. We should shift to Go Betty Go now. Because I'm so excited to see many of you here. It's not about me, it's about all of you. I'm just being a vehicle to pipeline all of you to come together. One thing that when I first run is our policy and our legislation, that we cannot put legislation in place. But I wish to bring people together. That was my message. And now, today, we have Oromo, we have Somali, we have African Americans, we have Native American, we have Hmong, we have Chinese, we have Korean, Bhutanese, Latinos. We're all here in the same house, and we're going to dine together. Laos, Thailand. So, and I'm glad that all of you are here, and also I want to take this opportunity to introduce my very respectful Congresswoman who worked very hard for all of you. She fought for our veterans equality, Hmong veterans equality, and she also makes sure that we have good funding for the environment and good funding for the endowment for the arts, which provide resource to our starving artists here in our state. So thank you. Let's welcome our Congresswoman Betty Markham to the stage. Yeah. Thank you, and welcome to your Congressional District in Maplewood.
The energy's there, is it not? So it was 2012, we were door knocking, it was a little chilly, and we were knocking on doors, getting the vote out, because that's what we have to do. We have to all work together, and I love what you said, that they're a vehicle to help us in doing that. Strong advocate for the East Side. You heard it from friends here. I love the sign up here with the sun up here, because the sun rises on the East Side, does it not? And warms us up. Provides hope and opportunity, and the focus on making sure every family is successful is something that I'm so proud to work with you and all of our colleagues from elected offices here. So there's a lot of work to do. Jobs, social services, affordable housing. We've heard a lot of talk about that, but we know that there's so much more that has to be done. Just the other night they were counting the homeless. The count should be 0, right? And that's what we're all going to work on together. But I want to just mention the arts and the environment and how important that is, because that is how we share and learn from one another. And the music and the performances that we're going to see later, that's how we learn from one another. But I want to talk, before we talk about the election, that we've got a big job coming up. How many of you heard about the census? Yeah. We're short census workers, and we need to make sure everybody is counted. This is so important. So I talked about housing and social services. You talked about healthcare, roads, bridges, arts and humanity and education. Those are all based on formulas. And if we're not counted, we don't see our fair share of the formula. So on my website, on my congressional website, I have some information. If you know or you're interested in learning how to volunteer for the census to make sure all our communities are counted, because every community is important and needs to be counted, please go to my website, and I'll tell you, is paying pretty good. How does $22 and plus sound an hour? And it's part-time work. And imagine the impact you can have if you knock on a door and someone knows that you can communicate to them in their language. So please, please do that. Then after we get the census done, and we're working on it now, we got to get you endorsed. Then we got to get some other people back here endorsed. And then my brother Tim Mahoney, we're going to have a new house member to break in and take door knocking because he's retiring. Jay. Jay's out helping out on another campaign, getting out. But we need to get the turnout here on the east side. And the only way we do that is by working together and encouraging one another to get out there when it's cold, when it's rainy, and get the vote out. We, sometimes people say, oh, Foung, you're gonna win. You're fine. Well, we still need to elect Senator Smith. I still need to get reelected. And most importantly, we have to elect a new leader in our White House. And the way that we do that is by turning the vote out on the east side. We will make the difference in the next presidential election. And the reason why we do it is because of the hard work that you do bringing us all together. So thank you for including me this evening. I look forward to working with you because he does tell me what to do when we go door knocking. And he gives me the list and I can't get in the car until it's done. So thank you so much. And let me conclude with this. I want to thank Dr. Yang for talking about the rice. And then you talking about the wild rice for the Anishinaabe who were here before any of us were here. And if we don't get it right with the environment, the legacy that we will leave our children will be a sad one. So I'm so proud with the people here volunteering, the people who showed up tonight, the people who are standing up for elected office. We will make sure that our children will be proud of the legacy that we leave them. And we'll do that by working together. Thank you.
Go, Betty, go. And when you vote for me, don't make sure you vote for Betty too. And the whole point, go Betty, go. Go Betty, go. Go Betty, go. Go Betty, go.
I'm the Attorney General of the state of Minnesota. For 12 years before that, I was in the Congress of the United States for 12 years. 4 years before that, I was in the state legislature. But I'm here, even though I'm a very busy Attorney General, because this is a very important occasion. I cannot do a good job unless I'm in partnership with great senators like Foung Hawj, so I'm here to support him, make sure he gets reelected. We are celebrating the launch of Senator Foung Hawj's Senate campaign. We need to reelect Senator Foung Hawj because he's an excellent public servant. He listens to all the people, he stands for all the people, and he never forgets where he comes from. He's a proud member of the Hmong community, but he's a member of our whole community. And it doesn't matter whether you're Hmong or not, we all love Senator Foung Hawj because he's smart and he's a listener.
Senator Hmoob was an early supporter in my run for governor because he knew that the commitment to the east side mattered. Senator Hmoob made sure that the Hmong community's voice is heard not just across St. Paul, but across all of Minnesota and the country. I really want to thank him for the work he did supporting founding and making sure that we honor our special guerrilla units with the holiday. I was a proud bill to be able to sign, and it's one that I know Senator Hmoob took great pride in hard work in making happen. So make sure you continue to send Senator Hmoob to the Capitol. Make sure that you know that the voice that he brings helps all Minnesotans. He is a true public servant. He's a dear friend of mine, and I am personally proud to make sure that Senator Foung Hawj remains in the Senate. Thanks, everyone.